make yourself consistent. You know, people always ask me, Cristiano, how do you stay on top? How do you keep going year after year? My answer is simple: consistency. Talent gets you noticed, but consistency keeps you at the top. It's not about doing it once or twice, it's about doing it every single day. When you're tired, when the critics talk, when the odds are against you, you still show up. For me, consistency is waking up every day and working like I'm the underdog. It's showing up on the pitch and practicing the same drills until they become instinct. It's making sacrifices, saying no to distractions, and keeping my vision sharp. Do you think success comes easy? No, it's the result of consistent effort. Some days you won't feel like it, but those are the days that matter most. That's when you separate yourself from the rest. I've won trophies, set records, and achieved my dreams, but none of that came overnight. I didn't just want success, I prepared for it. And preparation is not a one-time thing, it's a daily habit. So if you want to be great, if you want to be unstoppable, make yourself consistent. That's the key to everything. There will be setbacks, injuries, and failures, but if you stay consistent, you'll always rise again. Trust me, the results will come. But you have to want it. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but every single day. Success is waiting for you. Now it's your choice, will you show up for it consistently? Commit to the process. Consistency in the process means staying focused, even when the results don't show immediately. It's about believing in the effort you're putting in, knowing that one day it will pay off. The road is long, and there will be moments when it feels like progress is slow. But those who stay committed always find themselves ahead. You can't pick and choose when to work hard. It's not about performing only when the world is watching, it's about doing the work when no one else is around. It's about understanding that every small step you take is building the foundation for something bigger. There will be days when it feels easier to quit. Those are the moments that test your commitment. Will you stay true to the process when it gets tough? Will you keep pushing when the odds seem stacked against you? True commitment is not tested in moments of ease, but in moments of challenge. The process demands respect. You have to honor it by showing up every single day with the right mindset. You can't cheat the process. If you try to skip steps, you'll eventually stumble. Success rewards those who trust the journey and put in the work. Discipline is the backbone of commitment. Without it, you'll falter when distractions arise. Commitment means saying no to things that pull you away from your goals, even when they seem tempting. It's about prioritizing what truly matters over what feels good in the moment. Committing to the process also means embracing failure as part of the journey. Failure isn't the end, it's a lesson. Each setback is an opportunity to improve, to grow stronger, and to come back better. Those who fear failure never commit fully, but those who face it head-on rise above it. Stay consistent in your approach. Don't let boredom or routine make you lose focus. The process is repetitive for a reason. It's about mastering the fundamentals and building unshakable habits. Commitment to the process also means being patient. Success doesn't come overnight. The seeds you plant today may take weeks, months, or even years to grow, but if you keep watering them, they will eventually bear fruit. Commit to the process with passion. Put your heart and soul into everything you do. When you give 100%, you leave no room for regret. You can look back and say, I gave it my all, no matter the outcome. And above all, trust the process. It will test you, shape you, and ultimately reward you. The road may be long, but the destination is worth every step. Stay committed. Find your motivation daily. Motivation is the fire that lights your journey, but it's not enough to find it once. You have to reignite it every single day. You wake up each morning with a choice: will you let the world dictate your energy, or will you take control and create your own? Greatness doesn't wait for you to feel ready, it demands that you bring your motivation every day. Finding motivation daily starts with knowing your why. Why do you want to succeed? What drives you to wake up early, push through the pain, and chase your dreams? Your why has to be bigger than the obstacles you'll face, because it's the anchor that keeps you grounded when challenges come your way. Don't wait for motivation to find you. Seek it out actively. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, pictures, quotes, or even the voices of those who believe in you. Every morning, remind yourself of what you're working toward. It's not about waiting for inspiration to strike, it's about creating it. Motivation isn't just a feeling, it's a decision. Some days you won't feel like getting up, let alone giving your best effort. But in those moments, you have to choose to act anyway. The days when you feel least motivated are the days that define you. Create rituals that spark your motivation. Whether it's a workout, a playlist, or a quiet moment to visualize your goals, these routines set the tone for your day. They remind you of your purpose and prepare your mind for the work ahead. Consistency in these rituals strengthens your resolve. Your motivation is deeply personal. Don't compare it to others. What drives one person might not drive you, and that's okay. Focus on what ignites your fire and block out the noise of comparison. Your journey is unique, and so is your source of motivation. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Motivation can come from others, but only if you let it. Choose to be around those who lift you up and push you to be better. Avoid negativity, as it drains your energy and pulls you away from your goals. Keep your goals visible and tangible. Write them down, keep them in your mind, and revisit them daily. When you see your dreams clearly, they become harder to ignore. Motivation grows when you remind yourself of what's at stake. Break your big goals into smaller daily tasks. Achieving something every day, no matter how small, fuels your momentum. Progress is motivating, and when you see it, you'll feel more driven to keep going. Be mindful of the distractions that pull you away from your motivation. Social media, negativity, or even self-doubt can sap your energy if you let them. Guard your focus fiercely and prioritize what matters. Motivation thrives when you eliminate unnecessary distractions. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Every achievement is a reminder of what you're capable of. These moments fuel your confidence and give you the energy to tackle the next challenge. Motivation is built on the foundation of small victories. When doubt creeps in, remember your past successes. Think of the times when you overcame adversity and achieved something you once thought impossible. These moments are proof that you have what it takes. Use them as fuel to keep going. Feed your mind with positivity and growth. Read books, listen to podcasts, or watch stories of those who have achieved greatness. Their journeys will remind you that motivation is a continuous pursuit, and their lessons can guide you through your own challenges. Motivation is not static, it's a muscle you have to train. The more you work on finding it daily, the stronger it becomes. Like a fire, it requires consistent fuel to keep burning brightly. Don't let a single day go by without feeding it. Finally, understand that motivation is deeply tied to purpose. When you know why you're doing something, the work becomes meaningful. With meaning, even the hardest days feel worth it. Motivation isn't fleeting when it's connected to something you truly care about. Push through difficult days. Difficult days are the true test of your character. Anyone can show up when things are going well, but how do you respond when the odds feel stacked against you? This is the moment where strength is forged, where resilience is built, and where true greatness begins. Pushing through difficult days starts with accepting that they will come. No one is immune to hardship, failure, or setbacks. They are a part of the journey. Instead of fearing them, embrace them as opportunities to prove to yourself that you can endure and overcome. On these days, your mind will try to convince you to stop. It will tell you that it's too hard, that you deserve to rest, or that it doesn't matter. But your mind can be trained. It's not about silencing the doubt, it's about choosing not to listen to it. Discipline is your ally on difficult days. When motivation fades, discipline takes over. It's the habit of showing up, regardless of how you feel. It's waking up and putting in the work because you made a commitment to yourself. Discipline doesn't negotiate, it acts. Focus on the process, not the problem. Difficulties often feel overwhelming because we magnify them in our minds. Break the challenge down into smaller, manageable pieces. Take it one step at a time. Small actions lead to big victories, even on the hardest days. Remember, progress is still progress, no matter how small. On difficult days, you may not achieve as much as you do on your best days, and that's okay. The goal is not perfection, the goal is perseverance. Showing up even at 50% is better than not showing up at all. You have to remind yourself why you started. What is the goal you're chasing? What's the dream that makes this struggle worth it? On difficult days, reconnect with that vision. Let it fuel you to keep moving forward, no matter how slow the progress feels. Pain and discomfort are temporary, but the pride of pushing through lasts forever. When you look back, you won't remember the exact pain you felt, but you will remember that you overcame it. Difficult days are the ones that shape your story. Surround yourself with reminders of your strength. Whether it's past achievements, supportive words from those who believe in you, or simply your own resilience, draw energy from these sources. They remind you that you've faced challenges before and triumphed. Don't underestimate the power of momentum. On a difficult day, even the smallest action can spark movement. Once you take that first step, the next one becomes easier. Momentum doesn't come to you, you create it, one action at a time. Accept that growth is uncomfortable. On difficult days, you are stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's exactly where you need to be. Comfort doesn't lead to progress, struggle does. Lean into it, and you'll come out stronger. Failure might visit you on difficult days, And that's okay. Failure is not the end, it's a lesson. It's feedback that shows you what needs to be improved. Use it as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Learn from it, adjust, and keep going. Your emotions on difficult days can feel overwhelming, but don't let them dictate your actions. Feel them, acknowledge them, but don't let them control you. Your actions should be driven by your goals, not your temporary feelings. And when the day is done, remember that it's not permanent. Difficult days pass, but the lessons and strength you gain from them stay with you forever. Each one is a chapter in your story of perseverance, a testament to your refusal to give up. Create habits, not just goals. Goals are important, they give you direction and purpose. But the truth is, goals alone won't get you where you want to be. It's the habits you build along the way that truly determine your success. Goals are the destination, but habits are the vehicle that will take you there. When you focus only on the goal, it's easy to get discouraged by how far away it seems. But when you commit to the daily habits that lead to that goal, the journey becomes manageable. Each day, each small action brings you closer. Habits create consistency. Success is not about what you do once in a while, it's about what you do repeatedly. It's the ability to show up every single day, regardless of circumstances. When your habits are strong, you don't need motivation, you act out of discipline. Start by identifying the habits that align with your goals. If you want to improve, ask yourself, what can I do daily that will move me forward? Whether it's an extra hour of practice, a healthier meal, or a moment to reflect, habits are the building blocks of progress. Good habits don't happen by accident, they require deliberate effort. At first, they might feel like a chore, but over time, they become second nature. The key is to stay consistent long enough for the habit to take root. Repetition is what turns effort into instinct. Eliminate excuses. Too often, people fail to build habits because they wait for the perfect moment to start. There's no such thing as the perfect time. The best time to create a new habit is now. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds consistency. Your habits should be a reflection of the person you want to become. If you want to achieve greatness, your habits must reflect greatness. That means being intentional with your time, energy, and focus. Every habit should bring you closer to your best self. Track your progress. Habits are powerful when you can see the results. Keep a journal, use a tracker, or simply take a moment each day to acknowledge what you've accomplished. Progress, no matter how small, fuels motivation and strengthens your commitment. Stay adaptable. As you grow, your goals may evolve, and so should your habits. Don't be afraid to refine them, but never abandon the principle of daily discipline. Flexibility in habits doesn't mean inconsistency, it means aligning them with your evolving purpose. Your habits define your identity. The person who practices daily discipline becomes a disciplined individual. The person who trains every day becomes a master of their craft. Who you are is shaped by what you repeatedly do. Surround yourself with environments that support your habits. If you want to eat healthier, keep nutritious food around. If you want to train harder, be around people who push you. Your surroundings can either make your habits easier or harder to maintain. Choose wisely. Set yourself up for success by starting small. It's tempting to aim for drastic changes, but small, consistent habits are more sustainable. Instead of overhauling everything at once, focus on one habit at a time. Master it, and then build on it. Reward yourself for sticking to your habits. Positive reinforcement helps solidify new behaviors. The reward doesn't have to be big, it just needs to remind you that you're making progress. Celebrate the effort, not just the result. Be patient with the process. Habits take time to form, and you may slip up along the way. What matters is not perfection, but persistence. When you fall off track, get back up and continue. A single setback doesn't erase all your progress.
Your journey is unique. The path that's right for you won't look like anyone else's. Comparing yourself to someone else only distracts you from the steps you need to take to get where you want to be. Build your own journey and stay focused on what matters, your progress.
Measure your success by the effort you put in, not by where others are. Some may get there faster, some may be further along, but that doesn't take away from your own accomplishments. Competing with yourself means celebrating your own victories, no matter how big or small. Self-competition is about owning your mistakes and learning from them. When you stumble, don't look for someone to blame. Look at yourself. What could you have done better? How can you improve? Every failure is a lesson that propels you forward if you let it. Stay hungry. Success is not something you achieve once and then relax. The moment you stop striving for more, you stop growing. Competing with yourself means never being satisfied with where you are. It's the relentless drive to improve every single day. When you compete with yourself, you build self-belief. You stop looking for external approval or validation, and you start relying on your own inner strength. You trust your own process and recognize that your effort is the only thing that matters. The only person who can limit your potential is you. Don't hold yourself back by comparing yourself to others or by doubting your ability. Your competition is the version of yourself that hasn't reached its full potential. Compete with that version and keep pushing forward. Competing with yourself doesn't mean ignoring others entirely. It means learning from them, taking inspiration from their work, but always focusing on your own path. Use others' successes as a reminder that what they've achieved is possible for you too. Adapt, but never quit. In life, nothing is ever certain. Things change, challenges appear, and the unexpected happens. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, but the true test is not whether you encounter difficulties, but how you respond to them. Adaptability is key, but quitting is never an option. Adapting doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means adjusting your approach when faced with obstacles. It's about having the flexibility to pivot when necessary, but never losing sight of your ultimate destination. Adaptation is about finding a different route to success when the original path is blocked. When things get tough, remember that setbacks are not the end of the road, they're a detour. Life is full of surprises, and some of them will be challenges you never saw coming. The ability to adjust, to make new plans and move forward is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. You might have a perfect plan in place, but the reality of life rarely works out as expected. When you're faced with an obstacle, don't panic. Take a step back, reassess, and make a new plan. It's not about avoiding challenges, it's about embracing them and finding a way through. Don't let failure or difficulty make you question your goals. Adaptation doesn't mean abandoning your dreams, it means being resourceful enough to keep pushing forward in the face of adversity. Quitting is never the answer. If one door closes, look for another way in. There is always a solution, even if it's not immediately obvious. Every setback you encounter is an opportunity to learn and grow. Don't be afraid to make adjustments, but never stop moving forward. Adapt your methods, tweak your strategy, but never quit on your vision. Keep your eyes fixed on the goal and trust that your persistence will see you through. Being adaptable means not being rigid in your thinking. You have to be willing to let go of old habits, beliefs, or plans that no longer serve you. Flexibility is about remaining open to new possibilities, even when they challenge the way you've always done things. When things go wrong, the easiest thing to do is quit. But think about the times when you wanted to quit but kept going. That's where growth happens. It's in the moments when you push through the discomfort, when you adapt and learn, that you truly evolve into something greater. Adaptation doesn't mean you won't feel frustration, doubt, or fear. It means you'll move forward despite those feelings. Every successful person has encountered failures, rejections, and difficult times, but what sets them apart is their refusal to give up. As you adapt, keep your standards high. The fact that your approach may change doesn't mean your goals should lower. You are still chasing greatness, no matter how many times you have to change your route. Setbacks are not an excuse for settling, they're a chance to find an even better way. When life presents challenges, choose resilience over resistance. You can fight every change, but that will only drain your energy. Embrace change as a natural part of the process. The more flexible and adaptable you are, the more equipped you'll be to handle whatever comes your way. Quitting is easy, but real success comes from those who refuse to quit, no matter how difficult the path. To be adaptable is to understand that there's always room for growth, no matter what stage you're at. If you find yourself stuck, don't see it as failure, but as an opportunity to evolve. Adapting isn't about abandoning your mission, it's about finding new ways to achieve it. Every time you adapt, you strengthen your ability to overcome adversity. The more you practice resilience, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, you'll face difficulties with confidence, knowing that you have the tools and mindset to find a solution. When you adapt, you don't just survive, you thrive. Success doesn't belong to those who follow a single, unbroken path. It belongs to those who can navigate the twists and turns, who can bend but never break. So adapt, evolve, and most importantly, never quit. Trust the process, trust yourself. Success is not a matter of luck, it's a matter of consistent, focused effort over time. And the foundation of that effort is trust. Trust in the process, trust in your journey, and most importantly, trust in yourself. The path to greatness is not always clear, but your belief in the process and in your own abilities will carry you through the tough times. The process is where real growth happens. It's the daily grind, the hours of training, the small steps that lead to big achievements. But none of that matters if you don't trust that the work you put in today will pay off tomorrow. If you lose faith in the process, you lose your way. When you start something new, it's easy to get impatient and question if it's worth it. You won't see instant results, and that can be discouraging. But the process is built on delayed gratification. Trust that what you're doing today will have its rewards down the line. Trust that every rep, every sacrifice, every hour spent working toward your goal matters. You will face moments of doubt. It's natural. You'll wonder if you're doing enough, if you're on the right track. But this is when you need to trust the process the most. The journey to success is not linear. There will be ups and downs, but consistency is what drives progress. The little things you do each day add up over time. Trusting yourself is just as important as trusting the process. You are capable of more than you know, but to unlock that potential, you have to believe in it. When things get tough, trust your ability to find a way through. When the road gets hard, remind yourself of how far you've already come and how much you've overcome. Trusting yourself means being honest about your strengths and weaknesses. Don't ignore areas where you can improve, but also don't discount the work you've already put in. Acknowledge your progress and give yourself credit for how far you've come. Confidence comes from recognizing your own growth, not waiting for external validation. Sometimes the hardest part of the process is showing up when you don't feel like it. The moment you don't want to train, work, or push forward, that's the moment where trust matters the most. Trust that your actions today, even when they feel small or insignificant, are building the future you want. Trust that the work you put in now will pay off later. In times of struggle, remind yourself why you started. The process can feel long and the obstacles can seem insurmountable. But trust that everything you're going through is part of the journey, shaping you into someone who can achieve what you've set out to do. No experience is wasted. Success doesn't happen overnight, and the process will challenge you in ways you didn't expect. But the key to staying the course is trusting in your ability to navigate it. You will stumble, you will doubt, but trust in yourself to get back up. Each time you rise after a fall, you become stronger. The process will often require you to push beyond what you thought were your limits. But it's in those moments of discomfort that you'll learn the most about yourself. Trust that you are capable of going further than you think. Your limits are not fixed, they are meant to be expanded. Every setback you experience is a chance to prove that you can adapt, learn, and keep moving forward. Trust that your perseverance will get you through the hardest times. The process is designed to challenge you, to test your resolve, and to reveal just how strong you really are. When you trust the process, you learn to enjoy the journey. The process is not something to endure, it's something to embrace. The daily grind becomes a source of pride when you see it as the path to your dreams, not just the hard work required to achieve them. Don't rush the process. Let it unfold at its own pace. Trying to force things to happen only leads to frustration. Instead, focus on doing the work. Trust that success will come at the right time. Be patient, stay consistent, and believe in the power of time and effort working together. When you trust yourself, you silence the doubts that hold you back. You know that setbacks are just part of the process. You know that challenges are stepping stones, not roadblocks. You trust your ability to figure things out, to grow, and to keep pushing forward. At the core of trusting the process is believing that every step forward is progress, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Every day you show up, you're one step closer to the success you've been working toward. Trust in the power of incremental progress. Every small action is a building block toward your larger goal. The power of consistency, resilience, and self-belief. You've heard how the greatest successes are born from the smallest daily actions. Success isn't about doing everything perfectly, it's about showing up, putting in the work, and staying committed even when things get difficult. Each small step forward counts, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. The process is long, and it's not always easy to stay motivated, but consistency will carry you through. It's about creating habits that align with your goals and living them out day in and day out. The secret to success is not a single breakthrough moment, but the cumulative effect of every small effort over time. Remember that your competition is not the person beside you, but the version of yourself that has not yet realized its potential. The only person you need to be better than is who you were yesterday. Focus on your own growth, celebrate your victories, and never compare your progress to others. The key to achieving greatness lies in your ability to adapt, not quit. Life is unpredictable, and things won't always go according to plan. But instead of throwing in the towel when things go wrong, find a way to adjust. Adaptation is not about abandoning your dreams, it's about finding new creative ways to make them happen. And through all of this, trust the process. Trust that every effort, every failure, and every success is part of the bigger picture. You might not see it now, But every step is a part of the journey that will lead you exactly where you need to be. The process works, but only if you trust it. When you trust yourself, you tap into a powerful source of strength. You have everything you need to succeed already inside of you. Trust that you are capable, and the world will start to align with that belief. The moment you start believing in yourself fully is the moment everything changes. Life will test you, challenge you, and at times try to break you. But it's not about avoiding challenges, it's about meeting them head on with confidence and resilience. Every challenge you face is a test of your ability to push forward. And the more you push, the stronger you become. It's easy to look at others and feel like they have something you don't. But the truth is, everyone's path is unique. Instead of comparing your journey to theirs, focus on your own growth. You're in control of your actions, your mindset, and your future. Make every choice count. Creating lasting success requires discipline. It's about building habits that will propel you toward your goals, no matter the obstacles that stand in your way. Success is not about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do consistently. The small actions you take today will compound into the results you desire. You are capable of far more than you realize. When you push through difficult times, when you show up every day, when you trust yourself and your journey, there is nothing that can stop you. Your potential is limitless. But to unlock it, you must put in the work every single day. Your journey won't be perfect. There will be mistakes, there will be setbacks. But every mistake is an opportunity to learn. Embrace the failures. They are stepping stones, not roadblocks. Every failure is a lesson that prepares you for the next step. Never underestimate the power of patience. Success is not a race. It's a journey that takes time, and sometimes the most important thing you can do is keep going, even when you don't see immediate results. Trust that every action you take is adding up, even if you can't see it yet. At the heart of everything lies one simple truth: you are the creator of your destiny. No one else has the power to define your path or your success. That power lies with you. Your commitment to consistency, to resilience, and to growth will shape the future you create. Success isn't just about achieving external rewards, it's about becoming the person you've always dreamed of being. The work you put in, the effort you give, and the character you build along the way are the true measures of your success. The more you trust in yourself, the more you will realize that you have everything you need to succeed. You are your own greatest resource. Trust your instincts, trust the process, and trust that you are capable of overcoming whatever challenges lie ahead. Every action you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to the person you want to be. Focus on those daily choices. The work you put in now will shape your future. Consistency, resilience, and self-belief are the keys that unlock the door to your greatest potential. And finally, never forget the journey is just as important as the destination. It's not just about where you're going, but who you become along the way. Embrace the process, trust yourself, keep going, and keep growing. The best version of you is yet to come.